Okay, here it is, Spam. It's the classic one, and apparently they have different flavors now, but this is the classic one. When I was younger, I remember a key that was attached to the can, and you put the key in like a little piece of metal flap, and then you just keep turning the key, and it would peel off a strip so that you can open the can. But today it looks like they have just a pull tab. So the reason why I'm making this video is I'm going to see if this might be a good survival food. The good thing is it has a good shelf life. So Best Buy is March 2016, and we just bought it today, and here's the receipt. And today is May 26, 2013. And there's the Spam for $2.49. So the plan is to see if I like Spam. I've had it a few times in my life. I think the last time I had it was about 10 years ago or more. But your taste buds do change as you get older, so I might actually like it more than I remember in the past. But the main focus is to see if it can be used as a survival food, at least for the home. I think it's a little bit too heavy to carry in a bag, especially if you had to carry several of them with some other food. But I think for the home it's worth a try to see if it would taste good. So it's a fully cooked product, and you can eat it right out of the can, so you don't have to cook it, but you can warm it up probably to make it taste a little better. And it looks like you can also use a microwave. So I don't think I'm going to try the microwave part, but I might bake it or fry it or whatever. There are the ingredients: pork with ham, salt, water, modified potato starch, sugar, and sodium nitrate. Or yeah, I think so. And here's the specs on that. So, you know, it looks like there's quite a bit of sodium. But, you know, if it's the only meat food that you have in your house because of whatever reason, I don't think those things are important.
Okay?
Yeah. It smells familiar. It has a distinct odor, that's for sure. There it is, opened. Okay, so you can't get it out with one hand, so I'm going to set the camera down for this. You just take the can and you go like this, and it'll fall out. And there you go. Straight out of the can. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a bite. Oh, wow. It's pretty salty. I actually liked the I like Spam straight from the can more than I did cooked. Cooking it or this is actually fried. Frying it, I think, brought out more of the salt flavor in it. And if you look, you know, salt is like before water. But salt is a good preservative of food like this, like meat, and that might be why it's able to get, you know, such a long shelf life. So, I don't know. I think for me, if it was a survival food, the salt content might be a little bit too rich for me personally. But I'd say, hey, give it a try. If the salt content doesn't bother you, other than that, I think it's fine. Just finished a grilled cheese sandwich, very similar to what they suggested on the back of the can, and to me it's still too salty. It tasted a little bit better in the grilled cheese sandwich than it does just plain cooked by itself, but it's still, to me, a little bit too salty. So I went to the website. They have a light version and they have a 25% less sodium. I think I'm going to try this one just to see, because the taste of Spam is fine to me. It's just the sodium is just so high. Oh. And then I realized that these cans are, you know, they're classified as 12 ounce. And I could not eat all of it, of course, yesterday. And I had to put it in the fridge. So if you crack open a 12 ounce can, you're probably going to wind up wasting some if you can't refrigerate it. So they do make a 7 ounce can. It's a classic one. It's just like this one here, except it's 7 ounce, and it's kind of the amount for a feast for two. So it's a little bit smaller. So if you're actually going to use Spam for a survival food, this should have the same shelf life as the large can. It's just less of it. So if you crack open a 7 ounce, you'll probably use it all up and you won't have to refrigerate whatever's left over. Okay, round 2 with Spam. So there's the one I had, the classic, and I found the 25% less sodium. So I'm going to crack it open and dump it on that plate and give it a try. Okay, so far it smells very similar to the classic one. It looks like it's a little more liquidy than the classic. It does look a little bit different, but smells the same. Okay, let's see if it's a little less salty. It is better salt-wise, but you know what? It has lost some of its flavor. Pork with ham, chicken, the water's before the salt. So it looks like it's got chicken in it and a couple other ingredients. Surprisingly, the shelf life is about the same. The other one was March of 2016 and this one's February. I have to admit, I like the less sodium more. It has lost a little bit of its taste, but for me, I can handle it better than the original. So, unfortunately, they don't make the 7-ounce, 25% less sodium container. But I'll probably get a couple of the less sodium ones just to get started. Okay, well that's my review on Spam. And if there's any updates, I'll post some more.